back, guys, here at KeSPA Cup, live in the Next Arena. Back with better music and better games, but not the best base trades.
Not the best base trades, Valdez. I am physically shaking from anger right now at how badly jjakji performed that base trade.
I can see how wildly you're shaking.
I couldn't believe it, man.
Please calm down.
I'm sweating. I'm furious. You got to repair your CC, bro, or you got to make another one. You cannot just lose it to Blinkstalker from the map.
Yeah,
he had the army that could possibly win the game if he gets the fight. He didn't get the fight there. herO just avoided it and won the game.
Yeah, we have like the list of wrongdoings there by jjakji as to why he should be condemned for that loss, and it's not pretty. Definitely a lot of mistakes made in that game. But let's see if we can shore it up here. We're going into Iron Fortress.
Iron Fortress, not the best of Protoss maps either, mind you. I'm like saying mind you right now. Let's start this game, Valdez.
CJ Entus herO 김준호 vs 스베누 짝지 정재훈.
Here in the top left in the yellow, our Protoss friend from CJ Entus, it is herO. Looking strong.
Down here in the bottom right, jjakji. What can you do, mate? He's down to his last chance. It's going to be on Iron Fortress, though. You know, it is a hard map for any race to take a third base, really. Specifically Protoss, though, they are the ones that are usually on the defensive for at least the beginning, till the first half of every game, against the likes of Protoss and Zerg, and Terran and Zerg.
At the same time, these guys at cross positions, I feel like this is going to favor herO here. jjakji's going to have a much harder time putting on the aggression. Looking at different points where he can come from, I suppose he can come from behind the third base and maybe try to go for snipe or some economic damage at least. I think herO, when he eventually gets to that base, will try to be pretty protected. And from the front, there's not too many different ways to come in.
No.
I feel like this map for Protoss is much harder against Zerg.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can just imagine like Maru playing on this map, and it'd just be almost silly because of how wide that choke point is between the third and natural. You know, it's such an easy engagement that Marauder's Stim could just jump in there and kill all the Colossus. Not to mention, like, how far you have to be out there to defend your third base from a drop, whether it be on the low ground, whether it be behind the minerals, or just running by. I mean, it's a pretty tricky map for Protoss, I feel. I think this is jjakji's best shot at getting a win.
Yeah, it's good that this is map number 3, and I think jjakji picked this map. I would assume so. I don't think herO would have picked this one.
Yeah. I'd be very surprised if herO was going to choose this one. Terran shouldn't have too hard a time starting things out at the very least. We'll see how aggressive jjakji is going to be, though. He is starting off with the Reaper. Gets a nice scout off.
Yeah, I always like the Reaper builds. Just very safe and it's very easy to expand off. If you get all the scouting information, it's pretty good against Protoss. Just to be secure, you know, sound, and just know for sure what he's going for, or at least know that something's out there that might kill you, as is the case here.
There's always that danger. CC on the low ground into a reactor. Continues to mine gas. I'm sure we'll see a pretty quick factory from this as well.
What do you think this is going to be? Twilight. Okay.
Of course. Of course it's a Twilight.
I give you like literally 1 second to answer that question.
Thank you, Valdez.
What's it going to be, Moonglade? Oh, it's a Twilight. Sorry, you weren't fast enough to get that, you know.
Well, you know, it's going to be... Looks like it's just going to be Blink, though. It's going to be a very quick Blink. He isn't going to commit to DTs, which is usually what you'd see from a proxy or a hidden Twilight Council.
He's been chrono boosting his warp gate research a ton. This is the second time I've seen it.
He wants to end this game, Valdez.
Yeah. I think it's going to go heavy gateway pressure, and eventually that Blink will follow it up. This may just be, you know, one place, Blink all in.
2 more gateways being added. Oh, second Stalker scouted. This kind of gives away a little bit.
Yeah,
look
the
at
Reaper's still out there.
Already a bunker on the top of the ramp.
Yeah, I think he knows.
Yeah, he's got a feeling.
Widowmine on the way.
Oh, Scout from here sees the bunker at the top there. He's like, oh, he knows that I know that he knows.
I guess you got to commit now. You're too far along in the build. You can't just be like, oh, I put all this stuff in here, and I'm just going to throw down an expansion.
Yeah, well, look at that. Already lifting that CC, not even making it over the first.
This still could do a lot of damage. We have to see some decent defense here from jjakji. He's got that bunker, but only 2 Marines in it.
Yeah, we need a Mothership Core. Oh, going up. Sees the Widowmine as well. Mothership Core is going to really help out so we can blink into the main. And it's really going to be up to jjakji to get out enough units to defend against this.
Widowmine now on the ramp. Going to be quite nice. herO, I think he did see it, though.
Did he? Did he, Valdez?
Well, he's very careful about going up that ramp, and he also did poke his head up. I think he would have seen the top, right?
Yeah, I think so. I actually like the idea of him blinking into the main, like near the mineral line, much more than where he's planning to. But as I say that, Widowmine plants itself there. He's going to push up the bunker. Oh, wow, he's just fully committing. He's going to blink into a mine there. Oh, no! Beautiful move.
Very, very nicely done. And he's going to get a lot of damage done here. There are a bunch of Marines, and 2 of those Stalkers even get surrounded. Nice little blink to try to save them. Just trying to get as much damage out here as possible. But now with the tank out here, a ton of DPS here for jjakji.
For just a second there. A lot of Marines still out. Another warp in of 3 Stalkers there. Going to make work of this bunker. Down it goes. And Widowmine reset. Ready to go again, but out of range.
Yeah, that burrow time takes a while, and it's going to be hard for him to unburrow and then burrow, get a position to try to deal with these Stalkers. That orbital getting pretty low. Uh-oh. Oh, but he gets it surrounded. He's paying too much attention here.
Oh, man. Bit of a mistake there.
You've seen that happen before.
Yeah, we have. One thing that happened there, Widowmine did get a big Stalker hit. So got rid of one of them. herO was distracted by that Reaper. Oh, Widowmine. Very ambitious there.
Yeah, really nice time warp on everything. There is one tank out, and it is sieged up.
That might just spell the L at the end of this harassment. We'll see.
He's got a probe down there at the bottom of the ramp, but he's not doing anything with it.
Yeah, maybe waiting. Maybe he wants to keep going for now. A lot of SCVs have gone down, Valdez. He is currently sitting at 14.
Yeah. One thing he does have going for him is that he does have the double orbital already. So he's got that double mule, and he's also got, you know, the double SCV production when he eventually gets that going. But at the same time, he's still so scared about this harassment. Half these SCVs aren't even mining. And herO is going to expand.
Yeah, just expanding behind this. We are seeing one Widowmine head towards herO's base.
That's very smart. He knows there's no detection from herO. He's, you know, if he can get a decent position, it's going to be hard for herO to get rid of that.
This is going to be ambitious. Yeah, he's not going to do it.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that would be a risky biscuit if I've ever seen one.
Be like, hey, here are a bunch of my Stalkers.
Please kill them. Oh, wow. He wasn't expecting that behind the refinery either, I guess. That's going to really finish the job there. There's no way here it can be aggressive any longer.
Receives a spank on the behind of one of those Stalkers and tries to blink away. And that's going to be it.
Oh, here we go. Drop is going to happen. Robo just finished. He's going to get out an observer ASAP.
And you know what? This Mothership Core that went down, he remade a new one, but it doesn't have enough energy for anything. Widowmine comes down.
No.
Oh, the Reaper. Oh, herO! That was so close. He's going to go for it again. I don't know about this.
You're going to be careful here. Oh, this is this is so naughty. Going to target the Stalker. Oh, with a blink! Oh, both players.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for jjakji, though. He gets 0 damage done.
Didn't even get a single prep. He stopped the mining time for a long time, though. And that is some really big damage. But
You're
still,
very right, Moonglade.
no kills there, though, which is also a big thing.
Now, jjakji on a very strange composition. A ton of Marines and only 2 tanks against mainly only Blink Stalker here. He can just poke all day long. I don't think jjakji can move out on the map. He needs to stay around those tanks.
Yeah, I think he might be just trying to buy some space so he can push out a little bit there. And here he can just keep him right there. There's no way jjakji can move across the map without Marauders. +1 armor, going straight into Colossus.
No double forge this game.
Probably a little bit more pressure this game, considering how it's gone so far. He's like, well, I don't feel that comfortable going for the second forge just yet. I'm sure we'll see it actually when like maybe 1-1 finishes up on the 1 forge. We'll add it to the 2-2. Oh, tank. Oh, pick up.
Oh, one more hit. Man, you're casting like the Koreans now. It's so
Yeah.
funny. Oh, tank!
Oh,
tank!
drops! Widow
Mines!
Oh! 9 go down.
As you're doing that, I can like hear the Koreans screaming in the background. It's so funny.
We know how they cast. We're onto it.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
That is a huge amount of damage regardless.
Yeah, he was not paying attention to that one.
He wants revenge, man.
Well, here we go. Stalkers are actually on the hunt for him now. Trying to find pesky Medivac. There isn't much airspace back here, so if the Stalkers find it, they most likely will kill it.
And he has found it, but not that many Stalkers over here. It's not gonna matter.
If this Widowmine gets a kill, man. Oh! Oh no.
herO Widowmine.
herO Widowmine. Gonna go down, but it did its job. It did its job well. And jjakji's in a good place. You know, he's not. His composition's a little off. You know, obviously, the last thing you really want to make against Protoss are tanks. But his Bioforce is looking big. Sim about to finish as well as combat shields and concussive.
Yeah, and he's finally getting that Marauder count here that we were saying was so important. He's only got 6 for now, but he's getting a lot of them at a time. He's actually doing the same amount of production that Maru would normally do, 3 Marauders, 4 Marines at a time. And yeah, he's got a pretty scary force out here. There are DTs on the way, mind you. With the pylon down there towards that 3rd base, there is a turret, but not much bio at the front.
No, Bio's kind of running by at this point. He could target down the tower, actually, if he wants to. The turret.
He's just going to run right by.
It's like, never mind, I'll just get past this.
And the DT doesn't even go down.
Yeah. Well, this is great from here. This is actually the perfect time as well, because this scary Bio army's moving across the map. It's going to force out some scans at home, but then he can do some defensive DTs, and he's going to have no scans for them.
Yeah. One is going to go down, but he's already gotten 6 kills, and there's another one in the base. Here it is.
Could make its way into the back of the mineral line of this, the natural there.
They definitely should. Here's this big push, not bush, we were talking about. 2 Colossi already out here. He's going to have a 3rd one, and 1-1 will be complete for herO. And like we were saying,
defensive DT.
Very nice. He's got 1 more scan, though.
It's time to make another one and finish the job. He's kind of seen exactly how much energy he has. And oh, this big pickup at the wrong time. There's a lot of kills.
Snipes a sentry, it's something, but gonna try to come from behind with Stalkers. The Protoss surround.
The sandwich, the Stalker sandwich, something that shouldn't really work against Marauders, but might.
He's looking for those tanks.
Yeah. Oh, gotta be careful here. It's not the best sort of sandwich material.
No.
It's like using lettuce as the bread or something. It just doesn't happen, man. Not with Stalkers. You need at least...
falls apart as you try to make the sandwich.
Yeah, it's weird and slimy. You need Zealots at least if you're going to sandwich like that. They are the bread of this army.
Oh, man.
It's
funny because Koreans actually like make meat sandwiches with lettuce at Korean barbecue.
That's true, right? How about that?
Yeah.
That's pretty delicious there. That's
that's great.
It's all right.
It's not your traditional sandwich, of course.
No, it's certainly not going to buffer against Marauders either.
No.
Look at this. Oh, looking for that hit in the tank. Doesn't get the kill. Takes a lot of damage in the Stalkers.
gigantic drop coming this way, but a really nicely placed pylon by herO. Will spot this.
You know, he needs some zealots with this army. That's one thing he's missing, and one thing that could really come back to bite him if he doesn't start warping them in soon. That's a lot of Marauders in this lineup. In this composition we do see from jjakji.
Oh boy, what is there at the third base?
It's a little bit. It's not enough, actually, in my opinion. I think if it was Maru playing, Maru would have killed everything.
Well, if it's jjakji playing, he may just do the same thing, coming from behind.
No, just simply too much. What a beautiful drop.
That's the Maru drop, man. He got the perfect angle on that one. And no more Zealots, just like you were saying.
No Zealots at all. Not much of a buffer here. The Lettuce is trying their best here. Cops a big Widowmine hit. But the Colossus actually do the damage they need to.
Yeah. Maybe that wasn't quite the Maru drop he was looking for.
I think it still did enough damage there. You know, it got rid of a couple of Colossus. Really killed a bunch of probes as well. And if he keeps carrying this momentum, it's going to be very hard for herO to defend.
But how is jjakji only on 37 SCVs? He never remade his macro. Like he's just sitting here on 2 base trying to kill herO.
Yeah, he never made a 3rd base, which is also a huge thing. Something that Mario would never do.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know about that choice because as time goes on, as these upgrades finish up, like herO's on 2-2, he's about to have charge and a bunch of immortals. This is a nice drop. He it doesn't look like he's going to be able to snipe that Nexus. And in fact, his medevac should go down as well.
Oh, almost. One of them barely survives, and now the 3rd base is on the fire. Looks like it's going to get targeted down here.
And he should. It does go down. But the chase is on.
Chase is on. And, you know, it's not even not as bad as it might be if we did see jjakji on a 3rd CC right now. herO is still okay. I mean, they're on equal autonomy essentially at this point.
Yeah. So and you know what? herO knows about it too. He's got a scout at both 3rd bases.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be overly aggressive here. He can take his time. Looks like he wants to push the issue, maybe stop the aggression happening.
If I were herO at this point, I would almost scout for hidden bases.
Yeah, well, that's the only other thing that could be a threat right now. Yeah. The upgrade advantage in hero's favor by a long way. You know, it's 2-2 versus 0-1.
Yeah.
The one being the attack upgrade to the Terran. Forcing out another scan. These are also really slowing down jjakji, but he only has 2 orbitals right now.
Yeah.
So the mules are that much more important.
It's very true. He does have the advantage here in army supply, but of course, a lot more expensive units here for herO. Trying to start going into a bunch more immortals instead of the Colossi, really. He's only sticking on 3.
Yeah, that is interesting as well, considering there is not really any Vikings. I think there's 1 Viking at the moment. 2 Vikings, mind you. Sorry.
Basically the same.
Practically as useless. Oh! Huge move from herO. Catching out everything in that drop. Not going to find any damage at all.
Not look at this. The force field saving the Colossi and the Immortals helping out in that fight. He's not going to be able to kill anything over there much.
Now the supplies are finally even after all this time. herO has fought his way back.
Oh, man. That was such a huge lead from herO. I don't know if you saw it. I don't see any observers over there, but he was waiting. He knew exactly what jjakji was going to do. He's even got this forward pylon now. He could crush jjakji at this point.
He's looking for that finishing blow. 20 supply up after finding that drop. And he's even going to get this orbital. He is in a dominating state right now.
Very interesting, very heavy stalker style from herO. I want to point that out as well. He's got 1 zealot in this army.
Oh, second mine. Gonna get the hits. Doesn't really matter. Now it's like a big counterattack. That quad drop heading towards the 3rd base.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all jjakji's got at this point. Gonna try to go for it, but the photon overcharge and all these DTs.
Oh no.
GG. That's gonna be it.
Not a single scan available. jjakji goes down in flames.
Oh man, great play from herO. He's looking really strong. jjakji didn't show the strongest Terran play ever, but still, herO is still looking very strong.
Yeah, he is looking absolutely fantastic. Barely winning out that game 3 there. You know, that's a hard map for Protoss, and we saw why. That third base is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Still made it work, but I don't know. I would have loved to see this at third base and more, you know, macro-oriented style from jjakji. Maybe he just wasn't comfortable. Maybe he thought he had more of a lead than he actually did. Just wanted to kill herO. It was a nice move, you know, with the big drop behind the Colossi, but it just wasn't enough to totally kill him.
Well, great start to the second half of today, Valdez, and we're going to go into Biel versus Pig Baby next. Another bit of a David versus Goliath.